Hey, good morning, everybody. I decided today I needed to get outside and get some fresh air, but it is cold. It's interesting how things change so quickly, from weather to our circumstances to even our families, and thinking about how we interact and everything right now. Um, I just want to tell you all that I really hope that you are being successful in your courses, that I've been praying for you every single morning as I look at a map of our country and keep in mind who is where and how. And I hope this finds you all well. Today, I want to remind you of something that I kind of need reminding of myself. My life has been interesting to say the least. I've got a lot of stories I could tell, but one of my favorite ones is when I was in high school. I went through a particularly tough time, mentally, emotionally. Everything was pretty rough and things seemed pretty dark. And it used to frustrate me because my mom would say, hey, like when you're feeling that way, go find somebody else to help. And I was like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I always thought that's just a bunch of junk. Like, you're just trying to get me not to focus on myself, and I'm feeling pretty miserable, and this is pretty awful. And all I wanted to do is just wallow in self-pity. But oddly enough, it works. So at the point that I got so frustrated that I didn't know what else to do, I felt like I might as well give what she said a try. And I started looking for people to try to help. And so as I did, what I realized is that I did start focusing less on myself. I thought less about how miserable I was. I thought less about how frustrated I was. And it became easier to feel peaceful. It became easier to feel joyful. And it's because I could see the joy that was in other people's faces, and I could see the effort was being used for something. And so this week, as you guys go into the beginning of the week, I want to encourage you to find somebody else to help. That might not be through physical resources. It might not even be through one-on-one contact of any kind. That might be through a FaceTime call to check in on somebody that you know is struggling. That might be figuring out a way to deliver a meal to a family that is just having a rough week. That might even be looking for a way inside your own house to pitch in and surprise somebody and give them a little bit of joy and peace in the midst of kind of chaotic times. So this week, I want to hear about those things. One of the things we miss by not being in community like we always are is the stories of things that happen with people. And so if you watch this and you do this, please shoot me an email. Tell me what you did. Tell me how that worked. Tell me how it felt. I want to hear from my students, and I want to be able to share that experience with you. I hope you're all well. I hope you take care this week. And if you need anything, as always, please let me know.